Hi everyone. Today I am discuss about anonymous class in Java and as well as a Lambda expression also. So what is anonymous class? Anonymous class. See, in Java we have to know about classes is there, abstract classes is there, interface is there. Then anonymous class. Class is anonymous. Class is anonymous means doesn't contain anything. The class doesn't contain any name is called anonymous class. Okay, the class contain any name, then it is called anonymous class. So the anonymous class is created to general classes or interfaces or abstract class. Okay, so generally this is a anonymous class is for implement the functionalities of already existed class or already existed abstract class or already existed interface. That is a purpose generally. Okay, so how to implement those things? So after anonymous class we discuss lambda expression. See, for example, here some definition: the class doesn't contain any name, then it is called anonymous class. Okay, anonymous class is created to abstract class or general class or interface. Okay, so it is a block level. Actually block level means any blocks like a static block or non-static blocks or methods. In that properties we create anonymous class. So practically we will see, then we can understand about this anonymous class. Okay, see, for suppose here I have a one interface first, one interface name. The interface name is first. So the interface contain one abstract method, public void abstract void display. This is the one abstract method. Generally how to implement this abstract method in subclass? Second implements first, then this entire abstract method must be implemented in the subclass. Just open braces and close braces without abstract keyword. Second class display method. Then how to call that method? Second s equal to new second s dot display. So we can execute this program. So this is a general interface. Okay, the interface have one subclass, the name is second class. In that second class must be implement whatever abstract method is available in interface first, that interface abstract methods must be implemented in that subclass. Okay, done. This thing is done. Then we cannot create object to interface, that's why subclass object created here, and using that reference, class reference, we call display method. This is a general implementation. So in between, in this place I am not create, so this is a, I put a comment, and the thing is I put a comment. So here I'm implement, in this place I implement one anonymous class to this interface. How to create anonymous class? So this is a second class, there is no second class. I'm create object to interface. Is it possible to create object to interface? No, in Java it is not possible. Already show error. Okay, already show an error. Cannot instance the type of first. Okay, because of it is a interface. So now I create a anonymous class. That syntax is look like this. This is the anonymous class syntax. Okay, so this is the anonymous class is created to interface. So in interface one abstract method is there, that method must be implemented in that class. Similar to this is a subclass, same as this is also treated as a subclass. Okay, we'll see. So class logic is done. So without abstract keyword, don't use that one. Okay, then how to call that method? Using this reference. Okay, just execute this program. Yeah, we got the output. Okay, so now this is not necessary, so it doesn't require to create all those things. Okay, so whatever interface methods is there, those methods, all methods must be implemented in this anonymous class. For suppose this is a class. Okay, for suppose this is a class. What class? Abstract class. Abstract class. The abstract class contain only one abstract method. So same scenario here also, same, got the output, same thing. Okay, same scenario. For suppose this is a class, for suppose this is a class, but class doesn't contain any abstract methods. Okay, so must be implemented methods, display methods. Okay, system.out.println, then first class display method, and one more method, for suppose public wide access. First class access method. Okay, so first class contain two methods. Now I want to create anonymous class of this class. So yes, anonymous class signature is, this is one is open braces and closed braces. So here I am create only display method. Okay, so only here I implement display method. It is similar to overriding. Okay, so display method I am overriding here. Then f dot means this reference display, I calling this method. So now output is anonymous class logic is done. That is the output. See this one, anonymous class logic is done. So for suppose if I call f dot access, is it possible? Yes, 100%. If it is not available in this anonymous class, automatically it will move to that super class. So the value is two methods are calling. First class access method also it can call. Okay, so actually here this is a anonymous class, nothing but is a subclass of this class. That's the reason. See, for suppose I want access from this area, this display method also. Right now f dot display means it is executed only this anonymous class logic is done. So this is treat as a subclass of this class. That's the reason in display method I'm using super dot display, a call like this. So this statement, what happened, it is called super class display method. See this one. Okay, first class display method, anonymous class logic is done, then first class access method. Okay, so this is a way to calling. Okay, so this is a anonymous class functionality. Okay, so even single feature, for suppose it is an interface, this is an interface. Okay, we are calling like this. Okay, so this is a interface contain only one method. Okay, so only one method the interface is contain, then this interface is called functional interface. This method is called, sorry, this interface is name is called functional interface. Okay, any interface contain only single abstract method, don't define any variables or any abstract methods, anything, only one property, the property is only single abstract method, then that interface is called functional interface. For suppose the interface doesn't contain any methods and any variables, those interfaces names are called marker interfaces. Okay, what is the marker interface? Marker interface means the interface doesn't contain any property is called marker interface. Okay, the interface contain single abstract method, then that interface is called functional interface. Did you get my point? So in that functional interface, generally we are using this anonymous class. Okay, even for suppose this is only one method. Okay, in that area we can use, this is a functional interface, yes. So in that place we can use lambda expression. Okay, lambda expression where we are using in functional interface only. The interface is a functional interface, then only it is possible to apply lambda expression. Okay, so that is a requirements. The interface contain only one method, only one abstract method, then that abstract method contain only one, that interface is called functional interface, then we can apply lambda expression. Okay, so how to apply, we see this one. So this is a simple code. Okay, previously we are create one subclass, then here I am create a object of that subclass. Using that object reference we are calling, in that place we are using anonymous class, simply we can create here. Okay, so in that place also we can use lambda expression. Lambda expression, if you using lambda expression, the interface must contain only one abstract method. That is very important, remember that point. Okay, then so now lambda expression how to use, see here this is not required. Okay, and lambda expression means this is a expression. Okay, not a, the display method doesn't contain any arguments, doesn't require to display. Then here also don't use, this one is even this one is also don't use, when this one is also not use, don't use. Okay, so here semicolon, single arrow. So this is a lambda expression. Okay, this is a symbol of the lambda expression. Then using this reference I call this display method. See here, enums class logic is done. Okay, see generally it is treated as a display method by default. Why? Because the first is a functional interface, the functional interface contain only display method. Then if you define the lambda expression, automatically the function name, this is a function, this is a function name. Okay, so this function is treated as a display function. Okay, that's the reason if you call like f dot display, display only, because the interface contain only one abstract method. Okay, so for suppose this abstract methods contain some parameters int. Okay, for suppose I change to add. Okay, int a comma int b. So here we need to pass two values, for suppose a comma b, two arguments. So next here is I pass 23 45. So in this place I have to add int c equal to a plus b. The result is addition of a comma b is plus c. Okay, so this is a way of the implementation. Simply these are the arguments values are passed from this area. Okay, so 23 is passed into a, 45 is passed into b. Okay, so this is the signature is implemented here only. Okay, the logic, entire logic is done here. Okay, see here, for suppose execute this program, then what is the result? 68 is the output, addition of two values. Okay, so for suppose here is as a return type is a integer. Okay, return type is integer. So int c is equal to a plus b. Then here is got this one, then return c. C is a integer value, integer return type. Okay, so return value is put into one variable and print that value. Addition, the value is n. Okay, so it is the pass. 23 is passed into A, 45 value is passed into B, A plus B value is stored into C, then return C value. The return value is stored into n variable. Okay, so it is calling that function. After that calling, the entire functionality is return some value. The value is stored into n variable. That value is printed here. Okay, save this one. Addition 68. Okay, so this is the functionality about the lambda expression. Okay, very reduced. See, even if it is a very less code, so if it is not required more than one lines, these are the steps also not necessary actually. See, for suppose I remove this one, here also I am remove. So here I remove, and here I am using return keyword. Okay, so I remove this one. Just here is, yeah. So these are the return functionality is required. That's the reason must be written. Yes, done. So it's a return value. Okay, otherwise we can define a single statement. For suppose it's a return value. Okay, single line also we can write 68. See, for suppose the values doesn't require to any return type, then even single line also we can write doesn't require. Println, this is add method, just enough. Okay, so a and b values doesn't require to return the value statement, then this one is also not necessary. Just this value, this method is calling 23 value stored into a, 45 value stored into b. Just enough. Just calling single line functionality implementation. So that is a completely lambda functionalities. Okay, so lambda function is very important in Java, so don't forget, and you have to remember these things. So read and read. Okay, so have a nice day. See you.